Do you want to skyrocket your confidence to levels that you've never felt before? Well, I'm going to show you exactly how I took myself from an insecure wreck to actually believing in myself, feeling good about myself, and really having some true, unshakable confidence. But before we get into that, I want to make sure to let you know that you can win a bunch of free prizes. We give away books that are usually just for exclusive clients and other cool stuff. All you have to do is drop a comment down below saying winning and you'll be entered. We pick at least 3 winners every month, so make sure you don't miss out on that. Now, to jumpstart your confidence and get some real momentum, you gotta start off with making a fool of yourself. If you don't make a fool of yourself and you take yourself too seriously, what will happen is everybody else will probably make fun of you, or you will feel like somebody might make fun of you and that things are very serious. You'll hold yourself in this manner where you are fragile and you want to become anti-fragile. So just, mess up your hair. Don't try to look perfect and have everything all dialed in and be this amazing version of yourself where everything is spot on. If you try to live up to some crazy standard of perfection, it is the most surefire way to shoot yourself in the foot. I really hope you understand what I'm saying here. The more you try to look cool, the more you try to appear like you're confident, the less confident you are because you're too focused on what? Managing people's impression of you. You're micromanaging impressions instead of actually feeling good about who you are. You see what I'm saying? So if you really want to improve your confidence, start by letting go of the expectation of looking and acting like some perfect version of yourself. I'm not saying that you can't improve. I am definitely not saying that you shouldn't improve and just give up and just constantly make fun of yourself and self-deprecate and use self-deprecating humor. Rather, I'm telling you to let go of this weird version of yourself that you're trying to live up to. The more you can let go, the more you can be loose and go with the flow, the easier your life is and the more confident you can be. Because you don't have to try to be somebody you're not. You can be yourself. You're not trying to impress. Remember, when you put someone else on the pedestal or you say to yourself, oh, I'm insecure, I need to be confident, you're already creating resistance. And when you have that resistance, it's really hard to feel confident because you're fighting against yourself. And there's this mental battle and tug of war that we really don't want to be dealing with. So please, stop it. Stop doing it to yourself. Now, once you have started to make a fool of yourself and stop trying so hard and stop trying to be perfect and have this weird mental image of how you're supposed to look, you can start to be true to yourself. And it's from a different place. You see, if you're going to be true to yourself in a way where it's fake and it's so that you can impress other people, that doesn't count. That's still just micromanaging impressions, trying to appear a certain way, wanting people to like you. And the whole point is ruined. That is still you going down that same path where you're attempting to impress rather than express. I just want you to tap into who you really are. I want you to stop holding yourself back and not really fully embodying your full personality. Right? One thing that I've done throughout the years of being a content creator is just try too hard, just trying to be this cool version of Raphael that everybody would like. And you know what? It hurt me a lot. It hurt my growth, it hurt my reach and my impact and my mission, and it's stupid. I made a mistake. Don't make that mistake. I made that mistake around friends. I made that mistake in relationships. It's just a waste of potential, a waste of time. You're not doing anybody any favors. So be true to you, but from a place of authenticity. So that means if you're feeling insecure, sometimes it's pretty cool to say, yeah, I feel kind of insecure, I'm kind of anxious. But not in a way where you're trying to get pity and attention for it. In a way where you're just being genuine. It's pretty cool, right? If I just say, oh, I feel a little bit worried about how this video might perform, or this piece of content that I'm making, or when I'm going up on stage, I feel butterflies. There's nothing wrong with that. That just humanizes me. It makes me into a relatable person instead of a robot Raphael that's perfect at executing everything and everybody looks up to him, look how great he is. It's nonsense. Remember, people are focused on their own problems, their own world. They're in their own head. They're not in yours. They can't hear your thoughts. And also, even if they could, the more authentic you are, the better your life is. So, true to yourself. Key. Essential. Now, you do need to have boundaries. If you don't have boundaries, then what happens is people will step on you. And when people step on you, it lowers your confidence. Because if you let people walk all over you and you never say no, and you don't have any level of filtering or qualifying going on, then anybody could just do anything. Imagine a country with no laws. That would be a pretty weird, messed up country. I wouldn't want to live there. I don't know about you, but yeah, I'm not really feeling the vibe of people being able to steal from me anytime and just take whatever. So why do you let people do that to your energy? Do you let people waste your time? Do you let people just walk all over you? Do you do favors for people who don't really appreciate it? Well, guess what? Stop. Freaking stop now, today. Don't wait till tomorrow. Don't wait till you've done enough and then they'll be happy, because it's never gonna happen. We tell ourselves that if we behave in a way that people like, we get that approval, but we also think it's gonna lead to something good. But a lot of the time we're just lying to ourselves. So are you lying to yourself? Are you telling yourself this is worth it because I might get something good out of it in the end? Or should you just, be honest with yourself and say, stop. This person is wasting my time, or this person is taking advantage of me. Why? Why continue to put up with something that you're not happy with? Please, you're worth more than that. Do you understand? You're worth so much more than that. Please, put down some boundaries. Have some laws. Don't be a lawless country. Don't let people walk all over you. It makes no sense, all right? There's no benefit. There's no upside. Put those boundaries down. And make sure you're clear about them too. Communicate them to the people around you, right? Maybe you're not available to drive your friends around all the time or to pick them up from the airport. Maybe once in a while you can do it, but not all the time. Maybe you don't answer the phone the minute it rings, right? I have mine on silent. It's a pretty weird shift for me because I used to be the guy that anybody could call anytime if they needed help. When I put it on silent, started having an agenda and following a calendar, my life changed. My business exploded. Because then I was intentional about what I was doing instead of just reacting to everybody else's agenda. And when you do what you intend, you feel good about yourself. So that boosts your confidence. Boundaries boost your confidence, not just because you keep out bullshit and don't let people mess with you, but also because it boosts your momentum. You get to spend more time doing the things you really care about, and you get to decide what you want to do. You're more intentional, you get better results, more success. Hope that clicks. Okay, now you do want to also manage your body language. A lot of people that I see that don't feel very confident, they're just very compressed. So they shrink their shoulders, they avoid eye contact, maybe they fiddle a lot, maybe they bite their nails. Just stop it. I used to do these things too. They were nasty habits. And you just have to cut yourself off. Whenever you go to do that motion, change it to something else. So if you're about to bite your nails, instead replace it with just getting up and walking in a circle. And do that over and over again every time you feel like biting your nails. Eventually, you'll stop doing the circle and you'll stop biting your nails. But same goes with any nervous tic, any insecurity that you display physically will amplify, right? It's just a symptom of what's going on underneath. And a lot of the time people think, oh, well, this is just, I'm letting it out. You're not letting out. You're not letting out anything. You want to let it out? Go scream into a pillow, okay? Go and, do some boxing, or I don't know, swim, or run really fast for 10 minutes straight. Get it out of your system for real, not through these little tiny nervous tics. If you have negative emotions pent up inside you, you need real expression. Stop the little micro weird stuff. It doesn't do you any good. If anything, it just amplifies it because now you're self-aware and self-conscious about it. So it just makes you even more nervous because people are seeing it. Hold firm eye contact. Look people in the eye. Of course, blink. I have a lot of videos where I don't blink and people commented on it and they're like, that's kind of weird, Raphael. Why don't you ever blink? Do you ever blink? Yes, I blink. I blink a lot. Sometimes when I'm talking to the camera, I don't blink as much. So you need to try to remember, blink, even when talking to the camera. For you though, when you're talking to people, when you're in your environment, whether you are doing a deal in your business and selling a client, or whether you are with your friends, or whether you are just simply relaxing with your partner, pay attention to your body language. Are you showing up and taking up the physical space that you should, or are you shrinking and being careful? Usually when you're in a comfortable environment, this won't happen as much. Try to really notice it when you're out of your comfort zone. So if you're in a new environment with new people, even if it's on a virtual, on a Zoom call or something, same thing. Just spread out, take up more space, don't cramp, don't be small. You're a human being. You're allowed to exist. Don't apologize for your existence. Embrace it and let it be seen, okay? However you look, it doesn't matter. What matters is how you hold yourself. So hold yourself like you are, royalty. Hold yourself like you are of high stature, because you deserve to feel good about yourself. And nobody can tell you that you shouldn't. And if they tell you that, well, put down the boundary and say, I don't listen to that kind of crap. It's nonsense anyway. So then they can just piss off, all right? Hopefully that makes sense. Now, I almost thought my recording cut out there, but the next point is developing self-trust. And I should have trusted myself and my crew that everything here is perfectly set up and it was never gonna cut out. So trust yourself that you can do what it is that you need to do by actually doing it. Who would have thought, right? The old build self-trust by actually doing the thing that you said you would do trick. The more you do what you say you will do, the more you follow through, what a great rhyme, the better. The more you believe in yourself, the better you feel about who you are, the less you are nervous and insecure, the more you can have true confidence and breathe self-confidence. If you break promises with yourself and commitments with yourself, that's gonna hurt you. But when you develop self-trust by holding true on your promises to yourself and to others, by the way, too, then it makes it way easier for everybody, because other people start believing in you more, you believe in you more, and it's just such a beautiful compound effect. Win, win, win across the board. It's so beneficial. So take advantage of this and use it in your favor. It's compound interest. Like when it comes to investing, when you do compound interest, you make way more money. Well, when you develop self-confidence, compound interest comes from self-trust. So tell yourself you're gonna do something and then do it. But don't make commitments that you can't deliver on. And that's the next point. Don't promise and not deliver. When you make a promise to anybody and you don't follow through on it, it hurts you a little bit. And it chips away and it chips away and it chips away. What you need to do is add to the sculpture, right? You want to grow it bigger, or the ball, whatever you want to think. Just create a visualization. There's this object, whatever is your favorite, type of object. And if you want to grow it, you want to add to it, not take away. The more you take away, the smaller and weaker it becomes. The more you give it, it becomes a powerful success spiral. So give yourself the gift of actually letting yourself follow through on whatever you say you're going to do. But the key is that you also don't overpromise and make promises that you can't follow through on. Like if you have 2 appointments for 2 p.m. tomorrow, one of them is not gonna happen, right? Makes total sense. Yet how many of us go, yeah, I'll do that, yeah, I'll do that, yeah, sure, I'll get back to you. Yeah, I'll probably take you up on this. And then we never do. It's the worst. Nobody likes people like that. And we're all people like that. So nobody likes each other. No, the more you do it, the worse you are. I don't mean that to attack your character. I mean that to get you to really wake up, get some fire in your belly, If you say you're going to do something, just do it. It's not so hard. And you know what? Say no. And that goes with boundaries. So when you set boundaries, you can say no more. Then you only say yes to the things you really value and care about. and that you genuinely want to do. And then you can follow through on those, which builds your self-trust, and this all adds together and compounds. And if you do that over and over, which is what I did for a few years, insecurities, they start to fade out really, really, really fast. Really fast. Like faster than you can imagine. And then you're just feeling good about yourself. Give it a month. Your life will change. I went from this weird, I mean, you could go watch my first video ever on YouTube. If you go to my channel, just type in my name on YouTube, bottom of the channel, and then just watch it. It's terrible. I'm a nervous wreck. I'm all weird. I have no idea what I'm saying. I'm swearing so much to compensate for it. It's just not very good. And I got out of that by just doing what I'm telling you here. So it works, right? And so you must do the right thing. If you don't do the right thing and you know that you're doing the wrong thing, you hurt your confidence. Because now it's a question of morals. If you break your own values and your own morals, you're in deep trouble. Deep, deep, deep trouble. You're in murky waters, okay? So snap out of it. Don't keep diving deeper. You're gonna get eaten by a shark, also known as the monster of your consciousness, the negative monster of your consciousness that knows that you're acting like a piece of, well, you know what. So just don't give in to that. Don't lie, okay? Just don't do things that you know are wrong. Do the right thing. Just do it over and over and over again, and then you won't have anything to feel insecure and afraid about. What if somebody finds out? That's a terrible feeling to have, right? We've all done it probably at some point, but you don't want to live your life like that. You know that if you tell the truth, and if you're an honest, good human being, right? I don't mean that by being soft and nice and meek and let everybody step all over you kind of way, but in a genuine way, with your core values, it's way easier. Your life, your relationships, everything. It really chokes me up when I think about people going against their own values and their own morals, and then they don't understand why they feel so bad, and then they feel guilt and shame around it, and then that just doubles down into them not taking action on what they want, and they feel even worse, and it just gets out of control really, really fast. Please don't do that to yourself. Just if you know you're doing the wrong thing, just do the right thing. You know what the right thing is. You know, when I promised myself, make a video every day for a year, I did it. I knew, I committed, and I followed through. It changed my life. Before that, I would say I'm gonna start my diet on Monday, and that's how I got obese. Because I kept saying I'll start my diet on Monday. Monday came, I wouldn't start it, repeat the story over and over again. I'd try a diet for 3 days, I'd quit. But when I committed to something for a long time, and I just followed through, I did what I said I would, life-changing. Life-changing every single time. Doesn't matter with what area of your life, it will always change your life. If you stick to what you said, and you stick to your morals, and you take the high road, it makes all the difference. Finally, I need you to practice a lot. Okay, practice confidence like a skill. Now, confidence comes from competence. Remember that you can't feel a sense of confidence if you don't practice anything. If you just expect it to come to you like this magical, weird emotion that's floating around, and maybe one day you can grab it and hopefully get a little sprinkle, then you're never gonna get the sprinkle. The way you get the sprinkle, the way you get the magic dust from the confidence fairy, is you really, really lean into doing the right thing, following the steps that I just shared with you, really just implementing these. And to quickly summarize for you, make sure you start by making a fool of yourself. Just mess it all up, stop trying so hard. Okay, let it go. Don't strain, don't try to be perfect. Then be true to you, be true to who you really are, be honest and authentic instead of trying to appear like a perfect version of yourself. Then have boundaries, strong boundaries, no country without lawless, no order, just absolute chaos. No, doesn't work. Let that go. Set some boundaries. Then manage your body language, okay? Don't be looking down at the floor when you're walking on the street, when you're around your friends or new people that you haven't met before, you're on a Zoom call, whatever. You're with a potential client, you're at practice for the sport that you do, or instrument that you play, whatever it is, just show up wholeheartedly with your body engaged, be present, look people in the eye, connect properly, don't avoid it, don't fidget, don't do all these tiny little movements. If you want to get rid of some pent up energy, properly express it, all right? Not this weird little, I used to do that, I used to bite my nails. That was the noise. I sound like a rabbit when I bite my nails, apparently. You get the point. So then develop self-trust. You do that by actually delivering on your promises to yourself and also to others just as much. Very important. Do the right thing over and over and over again. Don't break your morals. Don't break your core values. It will mess you right up. Don't lie. Don't steal. Just things that you know aren't good and right to do. Don't do them. It will make you feel bad about yourself. It will not give you confidence. Okay? Make sure you got that. Because a lot of us say we do, but then we still do it, and then we feel shame, and then like, what? Why? Stop. Practice a lot. Practice, practice, practice. Build competence, and it will create confidence. Finally, if you want to work with me and my team, if you want to be in an awesome community of like-minded people who are all growing, erafael.com. Sign yourself up for a free one-on-one consultation. It'll be either me or somebody from my team. We'll talk to you, see what's going on in your life, see how we can help you grow, take things to the next level in every area. We'll support you. You'll have an amazing support system to really take you to the next level, okay? erafael.com for that. Take advantage of it. If you want to, make sure you drop me a like, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. You know what to do. And I will catch you on the next one.